Yeah, man, I eat, you know. I eat. I eat. You see this? Alright, good. There's no conversation to be had. That was when making points of a cup with bro. Mm-mm-mm. I'm tired. I'm tired. But you know what? It's fine. I have documented my failure. Right? And let me tell you what I mean. What There's an order to some of the things that I do. And one of the things that I do is I try to get my content uploaded to YouTube, and then after doing that I download them so that it comes down compressed with the same quality. But you can do that with TikTok as well. So upload it, like I upload it as unlisted to YouTube, upload it to TikTok without putting any title on it, or nothing. The only thing I do is like maybe leave a marker on it to say okay, something like the 20260705, whatever, so that way you know that it mean July 5 2026, that kind of thing. Anyway, me I turn, watch this, me I turn on the fan. Yeah, God know. um let me tell you this. Anybody who tells us social media nice, they lied. And maybe that's probably what I gonna do in the next video. What am I gonna do? Yeah, that's probably going to be the next video, like the title for the next video. Because everybody is giving you all of this advice and da 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 da, whatever. But let me just tell you, this not nice. It not nice. Yeah, you have to trust me. You get a fight from everything. The environment give you a fight because truck them a pass, bus them a pass, gate a pull. My dog want to come in the room. You can't win. You see? You can't win. You cannot win. So the only thing you can do is you have a choice between two U's. Be understood or be unstoppable. You cannot be both. You have to pick a struggle. You understand? Let me tell you something. You see, when I say there's a lot of work to be done in the promised land, there's a reason why me am mad out, I know why me am mad out, because I've given myself too much work to do. But don't worry, I found a solution. I've had a handful of people that I feel like I can entrust with some of my work. And I'm like, you know what? You are dear to me. Help me with this. Because yes, initially you can do a lot of this on your own, but for long-term purposes, in terms of what's the word I'm looking for? Sustainability, long-term sustainability, you have to have a team, no matter what. Because look on a chessboard. Look on a king by himself compared to a king with his other pieces. When you whittle down someone else's army, and all them have is like a king, a bishop, a knight, and a couple pawns, and you have all of your other pieces, it's just a matter of time. They have limited resources, and what you can do is force your opponent to make blunders. And worse if a space is open. And even if the space isn't open, you can take time using your superior forces to say, all right, let me sacrifice this and sacrifice that, and leave them with even less than they have. So yes, you're not supposed to do it by yourself. You're not supposed to. You are mad. You will mad. You are mad. You're not fit do it by yourself. You are mad. You will mad. So I'm finding my formula. Kind of found it. Easy though. The door easy. The door easy. Because you have to, like a lot of times there are things you want to do and you can't do it because what? Because you don't have the money, right? Let's say you want to buy a new tablet, but you don't have the money, right? You want to, I mean, certain ads you can run because you have um, prepaid funds on your account, so you're lucky in that regard. But what if you never had the money in the first place? You wouldn't be able to run your ads. So you have to be grateful for small mercies. Yeah. So this is my cool out time, or whatever you want to call this. And also just be grateful for what you have. I have 2 laptops. I have 2 laptops. You know what I mean? I have 2 laptops. And one of them I'm using a little bit more than the other. Yeah. And you have 2 forms of doing certain things. So you can do some face-to-face classes if people desire that. You have online classes if people desire that. And you see, life will always pose the question to you. Because, for example, you might put something out there and people will say, what about face-to-face? Or what about online? And you'll say, okay, well, I will put that into consideration so that is available for you. You know? Something for everybody. Tired. I'm actually tired. And the summer has not made it any easier. Watch out. Now I need to move this. Yeah, I need to make sure that my hand is not. Thought it was a sneeze. Turned out not to be. No. Yeah. Alright, so. Yeah, look at that. You might have seen this. There's a I give myself too much work. I've given myself way too much work, but eventually I will have assistance to lighten my load, because it's enough. It's enough. I don't know. No matter who you are, don't take on this enormity and think say you one can manage. You cannot. Remind yourself of that every day. You cannot do this by yourself. You cannot. I mean, that's the only message from One Piece that I actually like. Luffy already tell you he could never get to where he got without his crewmates. And then if you go back to chess, same thing. A queen on a chessboard cannot checkmate the other king. A king alone on the chessboard cannot checkmate the other king. When you put them together, just that advantage, just that one piece of material was enough for you to say we are better together. So anyway, when making points, have a cup with bro. When making points, have a cup with bro.